In all Fallout New Vegas challenges that I made, in none of them I sided with Caesar Legion. I mean, I have 3 challenge videos and the game have 4 main endings, so of course I would miss one. I decided to start this challenge with the intention to side with the Legion, but I don't agree with the worldview. If you do, I seriously recommend seek a psychologist. I don't want to support them blindly. I want to screw them while still on their side. So I do everything possible to not follow the Legion's philosophies and rules while still with them. With that in mind, I will try to answer the question that I'm sure everybody loses their sleep over it. Can you beat Fallout New Vegas while being a Legionnaire? The rules that I need to obey to disobey the rules. To the opposite of beliefs and rules of the Legion. I'm gonna use NCR currency only. Do all the above while still siding with them. Difficult and very hard and hardcore. Probably more rules will be added later, but this will work for now. Let's start. The first thing is name myself, and I name myself Angelo. There's a lot of things that the Legions like, but the main one is woman. I choose this hair because it's a mohawk. Why this color? I picked the Legion flag, use a color picker to get a precise tone of red, and use the color inverter to know the inverse color to dye my hair. That's my level of dedication. The Legion wants strong soldiers, blind to everything except orders, who can sustain deadly injuries and still fighting, capable of command and maintain the admiration of their subordinates, who knows nothing else but to fight, men who will not run from combat, and do not rely on nothing except their skills. That's just a fancy way to say that I pick my specials like this. One important thing to tell, since I can only use NCR currency to transactions, I can't hire services. So the use and nagging plans are, again, out of question, since she only accepts caps and take it directly from your inventory. Same is true to other medical services. Returning to my character creation, I choose Butter, Energy Weapons, and Science. For my traits, I choose Build Destroy and 4 Eyes. While I complete the tutorial, I'm gonna explain some more things. As you can probably imagine, I'm gonna use energy weapons. The Legion believes in the strength, usually choosing close range weapons, that being melee and unarmed. But they use guns and grenades in their arsenal as well. One thing they never use, at least I never saw, are energy weapons. That's why my picking. I can only use NCR bills to buy things and I can take it back. Or else it will be a normal trading, just with more steps. I am allowed to use drugs since they are prohibited inside the Legion. I'll probably end the game with a lot of addictions, since I cannot cure them in a doctor. And I'm a lesbian. I mean, the character. The Legion don't support homosexuals. But let's be real. Do you really think those guys don't jerk off one another inside the tents? Have even some allusion to this in the game, I think. I'm too lazy to look up, but feel free to do so, or correct if I'm wrong. I'm collecting all the blue stars bottle caps, and on the lookout for any bright follower. Every single energy weapon is useful, but I'm looking into one in particular, which I found in the body surrounded by red scorpions. This weapon is not good. It's quite trash to be honest, but I have an amazing upside. It doesn't require ammunition. You just need to wait to recharge on their own. Just a hint while using it. Don't use VETs while the ammunition is depleted, or else you lose a lot of time waiting to recharge. In the NCR correction facility and Prim, I choose to side with the NCR. Nothing worse for the Legion than their main enemies holding control of these parts. At level 6, I put a lot of my points in science so I could have the Vigilant Recycler, doubling my chance to recover a drained cell from 35% to 70%. Improved the recycling of drained ammo, and I unlock new recipes in the bench. Not gonna use the last part for now, but will be useful later. I had no idea of these upsides of the energy weapon until I started this challenge. When I play casually, I do stealth or sniper build. For me, there's nothing more fun to kill enemies cowardly or clearly pass by them without them noticing. Or shoot them without giving them the opportunity to react. Can you blame me? Listen to the sound. It's music to my ears. I hope it could spring as well. In one grave, I found a plasma rifle. Since I'm working with what I get for now, this is a good acquisition. I need to be sure to use this when extremely necessary. Passing by Nipton, my first interaction with the Legion is not a pleasant one. I think they are furries. After I exited one of the houses, I saw this. I never knew Jesus was a powderganger. I try to interact with my future allies. Some of them don't have too much situational awareness, probably because of the low perception, I presume. In one of the camps, I saw a Legionnaire bounded while being watched by a powderganger. The position doesn't help. I think he made a rookie mistake due to the low intelligence. In Novak, I helped Bone to avenge his wife, and got the first Raccoon Barret. It boosts the crit chance by 3% and gives +1 in perception. I also get information where Benny went in Manivarka's computer, and learned that he was supposed to be in Boulder City with some cons. It was so unexpected that he had no reaction. In Boulder City, I shoot a memorial, but not because I'm an asshole, but because I want the XP. Yeah, thinking better, I might be an asshole. I learned that Benny went to the strip and helped Jessup to solve the things with the NCR peacefully. Some might argue that the worst option for the Legion was to kill every clan inside and weaken them when they joined the Legion. But I can enter the Alliance later. Once in Freeside, I gamble and exchange all my caps to NCR money. The same with the Legion's money. I'm only doing a currency exchange. I already crippled myself a lot with this NCR currency roll. With the science that I already have, I can pass the 80 science speed check from the guards on the strip. I can go and kill Benny right now. But I need to solve a couple things first. I helped the Misfits work together, and went to Rep Contest site to get a new weapons. I found a Plasma Defender and a recharged pistol. In my opinion, the pistol is far better than the rifle, just because of the more ammunition it can hold. During the final parts of the quest, we need to take the Trust Control modules from old Lady Gibson. But for that, I need to pay her with caps. I learn something new every time I do some of those challenges. The Trust Control module is stored in one of the boxes, and you can take the key from Gibson. Returning with all parts, I'm ready to finish the quest. I don't like Come Fly With Me. Yeah, my unpopular opinion. One of the reasons is the end. Have 50% to launch and 50% to crash. When I say launch, I'm referring to the rockets. When I say crash, I'm referring to the game. I'm doing a lot of quests simultaneously, so I'm gonna give updates when I see something interesting or when I finish them. I have a problem to maintain focus. I helped Lieutenant Boy to interrogate Lucius, helped to expose a mole, and avoid derailing the monorail. One more spoiled plan for the Legion. I had this odd interaction with some soldiers while rescuing the Ranger Morales' body.
Oh my god, are you okay?
My intention was to visit the Repcon headquarters to get the holotape to access the Brotherhood of Steel bunker, but I didn't get it. At least I take the unique plasma rifle there. I only realized this mistake when I arrived at the bunker, so I took the holotape nearby. Before I have free room in the bunker, I need to deal with a ranger. I just convinced him to leave the place. Some NCR personnel are not so smart. The prison was already under control by the NCR, so it's very unlikely to still having raid parties. If for some reason the powder gang is still active, he could join the soldiers inside the prison. He's not under orders anyway. But I digress. Now inside the bunker, I need to get all the other missing patrols holotapes. Yeah, on my way to get one near the boomers, I help an NCR sniper to deal with trauma. An interesting thing happened near the bombarding zone. The guy was making bets with caps. I don't know if in this case I would accept. If I do, that means I can play Caravan as well. For now, I declined. Took me some attempts to get to the fence. Unfortunately, helping the boomers means that Caesar will have their assistance, so I need to kill them. But this can wait. I am actually here for the missing patrol. Returning to the Brotherhood, McNamara wants me to get reports from their scouts. Very easy. Now I need the parts to repair the air system. I did that. Get another energy weapon while I was in Fallout 22. I have the intention to use laser weapons later, but not having an iron sight really sucks. While I was nearby Vault 3, I decided to take all the bounties on the Fiend's head. Cook was already expecting my visit and decided to make a barbecue. I like to take the heads intact for more money, but due to having a good crit chance, this took a while. I asked the help of the first recon snipers to take Driver and Nephi, but they weren't on the agreed spot. So I lured the bounty to them. This glitched the interaction with Betsy. I wanted the reward she gave if you kill Cook. I'm about to give her a new trauma. No, I wasn't trying to mean like that. Well, you might be asking, why bother helping the Brotherhood, since you need to kill them later? For this? Oh yeah. I took the Legion raid plans to the NCR, helped Forlorn Hope to fight against the Legion in Nelson, and helped the assault. I also needed to rescue the captives. The NCR already conquered Nelson. What's the trouble in rescue them? This is just to get points with Bone. I think the people around here are just lazy. With all the points with Bone, if you want to know how this point system works, you can watch this video. Or you can Google it. Googling is faster. But my intentions with this is not to help Bone. Is to ruin the raid attempt by the Legion. That's all. Here is where I realized I was doing the opposite of the Legion planet. So why not add a new rule for this? New rule. I need to do the possible to foil the plans of the Legion in the Mojave. Before I take the Platinum chip, I need to do some quests. This one, I need to work with the Van Graffs. I become a guard for a day.
That's not a good idea.
It felt like forever. Thankfully Gloria found someone else to die in boredom instead of me, and she gave me another task. I returned to this challenge 5 days later. I was busy with other things. I just remembered that I need to deliver a package for a suspicious client. With a job well done, I returned to my next task, is to solve a loose end, as they said. I'm sorry, Cassie. The suspicious client for earlier encomended more guns, and Gloria asked me to assist in the transaction. The clients are the Legion. I would have guessed, but the deal was a trap, and the NCR stormed the place and do shot work of the Legion there. I mean, what they expected. Look where they agreed to meet. While I was hanging out with the Fiends, after completing the mission for Diane and Jack, I find the last blue star bottle cap needed. Now I can take the unique laser pistol. Pew pew! And of course, it doesn't have a true iron sight. I gave him the Ultralux to get a lot of caps. With the money in hands and properly converted in the NCR currency, I bought a weapon that I use for the rest of the game. Sparta Wood 9700. For now, I'm gonna do some NCR main quests. You will see why later. So the ambassador wants me to convince the boomers to side with the NCR. I choose other option and kill the leader. Now they will be with the Powder Jesus side. And the next one is to solve the violence in Free Side. For this, I ask the support of the Colonel at the Camp Macaron. The two missions with the NCRs are dealt with. Now I can move to my next quest. That is to solve the things at Camorra. For this, I need to start how little we know. The fastest and easiest way is to talk to Yes Man. Now, with the quest in hand, I just need to complete it, while, of course, siding against the Legion. The important part is the end, where I made sure to get Cachino killed. These have no importance for the quest, I just don't like him. Thanks, missing laser pistol. The last quest before I take the Platinum chip is to break the alliance between the Legion and the Grey Khans. Talking to Papa Khan, he will refuse to do what I want, but Regis knows a way. Convincing all his advisors will do the trick. The first one I did was to Regis himself. You can convince him after take Carl's journal from his room. After presenting the evidence to Papa, he will get Carl executed. Be sure to do this method before Carl died, or else this will not work. I learned this the hard way. But if you want to get the XP from Carl's speed checks, just talk to him before the Khans inside the long house paint the walls with his blood.
Had enough?
The second one to convince was Melissa. She is in a camp. To get to this camp, you need to pass through Cazadors and Deathclaws. My first attempt, I went guns blazing, but this time I opted for a more stealthy approach. You just need to tell Melissa that the Legion slaves woman to convince her. I thought at this point this was common knowledge, but I did her quest anyway. The last one is to convince Jack and Diana to stop the support. For this, you need to arrive at the point in Abadaba Honeymoon where you rescue their drunk runner. That means just the first objective. Since I already completed the quest, I could just ask to end the support without a problem. With every advisor ending their support, Papa Khan was convinced to break the alliance. I would stop the alliance when I saw Carl's lock, but to each their own. Now I can finally get the Platinum chip from Benny's corpse and start the Legion main quest. Here is the reason to do all the quests before I meet with Caesar.
You're the courier who caused so much trouble for my Legion, and yet you dare come before me. All the bribes I sent to the Omertas ended up buying me nothing. The Great Khans aren't exactly clamoring to fight for my Legion now. The garrison I established at Nelson has been wiped out. Years of meticulous scheming to place a mole at Camp McCarran. Wasted. The Kings of Freeside are cooperating with the NCR now, which frees up soldiers to defend the dam. You even disrupted a promising weapons deal with the Van Graffs. So tell me this, because I really want to know. I am feared, with good reason. But you, of all people, dare to come here and stand before me, the mighty Caesar. What were you thinking?
Before I enter and destroy what's inside the bunker, I get back Sergeant Teddy from Mallory. This missing laser pistol really came in handy in the arena. Inside the bunker, I upgrade the machines from Mr. House. Instead of sending someone there to inspect the job, Caesar just took my word for it, and I don't even utter a single word. But to make sure that these robots won't be a problem, he sent me to kill Mr. House. So I did it. While I was in the strip, I tried to protect Martina. Unfortunately, I was too late. Returning to Caesar, he wants me to deal with the boomers. I already did that. So instead of giving me a break, he sent me to another task. The task is to get the White Gloves as allies for the Legion. He's really asking me, a woman, who ended the alliance between the Legion and the Great Khans, those who already had a bad blood with the NCR, and are desperate to not fade from existence. Needless to say, but I fucked up this one as well. It's just side with the Hack Anderson while doing the Beyond the Beef. That includes, to gain their role as investigator, be ambushed 2 different times. Thank you again, Mr. Laser Pistol. Kill the cooker. Prepare MasterChef dish. A good one. Rescue the daddy's little boy. Expose Mortimer. Kill him for good measure. And finish the quest. Return to Caesar now will make the NCR hostile towards me. So I need to do some things first. That is to give NCR tactics for Aurelio in exchange of reputation with the Legion. Now that I don't need him anymore, I will accidentally open this convenient place truck with radiation waste aimed at the cove. With all the Legions dead, for unknown reasons, I can complete eye for an eye. Caesar is in complete shock and even said this.
You've been resourceful in the past. Why are you a failure now?
I think Take the Platinum chip not only resets the reputation, but Caesar memory as well. Well, could be this or the tumor who erased his memory. We will never know for sure. But a thing is certain. There is no way around but to destroy the Brotherhood of Steel. I want the extra fame to get access to the Legion safe house and get the luck shades for +3 perception and +1 luck. Yeah, this +3 perception only happens to these glasses, as far as I'm aware. First, I'm gonna become a Brotherhood member, hijacking the tower. Now I can kill them.
Lastly, you will be allowed to come and go as you please. You've done so much for us that to do otherwise would be a crime. I just ask that you keep the Brotherhood's interests at heart in all your dealings. Remember that you will always have a home here.
Yeah, sure. I intended to make a good montage of me massacring them, but I die a lot. I mean, a lot. I can kill the scribes and the knights very easily, but the paladins are a problem due to their high armor. And at the end, I must use the self-destruct mechanism to blow up the bunker. I lost my pride, my free ammunition, my potential heavy energy weapons to repair my own, and Caesar lost his health insurance. Now he's looking to make a clandestine surgery. He lost what he has left of his mind. After I convince him that I'm the right person to the job and acquire the surgical tools, I start the operation. He unfortunately didn't resist after I cut the blood supply to his brain. Lucius thanked me for trying. We both know he wouldn't make it. But the Legion will not die with Caesar, so we move on. Since our leader died, we decide to kill the NCR leader as well. And Lucius saw how good I am to killing someone unseen. So he gave me this task. With everything prepared, now it's just to see the presidential speech at the dam. No wonder why the NCR need a boost in morale. Look how many people came. I went to the bathroom to take a shower while he does his things. Now editing that I realized that I was actually dying to the rangers next to the president recognizing me. Because of that, I was stuck in that loop. So to complete that, you just need to wait somewhere far. I could just scrap the next part and pretend that I'm smart. But let's watch how stupid I was and laugh off my face. I thought that if you did nothing, the president would just do his speech and leave, safe and sound. But he just stood there. When I finished to clean myself and returned to the game, I changed the plans and just aimed a laser pen on one of the rangers. That was enough to cause a mass hysteria. And the president fled the scene. I think Lucius doesn't really care about killing the president. But that doesn't matter now. The last job is to present myself to the legate and start the second battle of Hoover Dam. The preparation this time was really fast. I just crafted some ammunition. Vigilant Recycler was really useful. Has been quite a while since I started to use optimized ammunition. It's a better option than the standard, the overcharge, and for this challenge, the max charge. I killed some jackals to repair my armor and buy some drugs from Jack and Diana and from the bartender from Gamora. Now the attack can commence. I'm introduced to the legate camp and speak to him directly. Doing so, we can properly start to kill some NCR. The first part of the dam is really easy. I can just do a pyro strat, W plus M1. On the second half of the surface of the dam, things start to get a little bit harder, but with some controlled match, will be enough to pass the problem. Inside the dam, I just ignored the heavy soldiers and went directly to the lower parts of the dam. Inside the dam, I just go straight to the general, killing just the soldiers who stood in my way. This is actually very easy. If the Legion starts to use energy weapons to destroy their enemies, maybe they would conquer the dam before. But that's why I'm here, to change the Legion's perspectives about things. Now thinking about it, they would never listen to a woman, so never mind. I convinced the general to escape and withdraw the remaining troops so they could fight another day. The legate congrats me for a job well done, and I conclude that you can beat Fallout New Vegas as a Legionnaire. This was fun to do. I hardly picked a Legion on my playthroughs of the game, so I think I'm kind of an expert in annoying them. But I will be honest, I still don't like the energy weapons. Nothing better than gunpowder and the lack of sound of a silenced weapon or thunderstorm of anti-material rifle, and everything in between. Do I think that I did everything against the Legion desire while still siding with them? I definitely could do better, but I think the message came across. But now that Caesar's dead, I truly believe the Legion will die as well. Not like a Carol I will live long enough to see it. Well, if you have an idea of a challenge that might be interesting, leave a comment and I will definitely see it. Any suggestions and critiques are welcome as well. My name is Janjai, I hope you have the day you deserve, and see y'all folks.